I think if it works for you, that is absolutely great. I've only tried it once, and I did not like it. So I was in a monogamous relationship for 9 years, from 20 to 29. You know, I'm grateful in a way that I wasn't out in the 90s having a lot of unprotected sex, but I think I missed out on a lot of fun as well. And after that first relationship, just decided that I wanted to try other options. Mostly just open relationships, but I've been in a lot of like poly situations. Yeah, I think just a nice, honest, open relationship is what I like. I think having a primary for me is the easiest and the most desirable. As long as I can have an open relationship and develop friendships that I can explore. But yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna look for a poly relationship again. But being open with a primary would be really, really nice.
I kind of am dating someone who I'm monogamous with, and I've been with for 6 years, and it works for us.
Monogamy, it makes for a great table.
Polyamory has really allowed me to explore my sexuality in a really beautiful way and make amazing connections. I'm polyamorous, have been for the last 7 years. I spent a lot of my life and my marriage being monogamous, and I have no shade on that. Like, if people want to be monogamous, that's fine, but that is not for me. It has allowed me to really explore a lot of my sexual desires, to meet people. Like, everybody you meet brings a different energy, a different techniques. So to really like experience so much breadth of experience in my sexuality, to meet amazing people, some who have like now become friends. Like, I have a lover who, he and his wife just had a baby, and now I get to be an amazing auntie to their baby. Like, it's just really rich and beautiful, both like sexually and personally.
It's hard for me to really find one person I like. You know, feeling locked in with one person can be kind of nice too.
I've come to the realization that I'm monogamish. I really love my very close primary bond with my husband, Michael, but I also really love to play with others, and I love it when Michael plays with others. So in my mind, that's monogamish. Some other people might call that a version of poly. Having more than one committed relationship that I honor and tend is too much for me. We have some folks that we're really, really close with and also sometimes play with. I wouldn't call them our throuple or our third. The commitment is different than that. It's the commitment to the well-being of the friendship and how dear that is, and then the play as it spontaneously wants to happen.
I consider myself monogamish. I lack the capacity to be codependent with more than one person at a time. I think that by default kind of makes me monogamish, but I do like to play. I like that people find their unique recipe for happiness. The way I think of poly is more of a committed connection between multiple people. So yes, that seems really hard. I don't know how people do that. I think I've always fantasized about that since my college days, but I tend to bond very quickly and very deeply, so being loose and single doesn't seem to be something I do a lot. I've got one person, my wife, who I'm deeply committed to. Her well-being is very important to me, and I don't want her to disappear or go away. And because of that, my world sort of revolves around her, and I want hers to, ideally, also sort of revolve around me. I do enjoy pleasure and touch, and okay, I'll admit it, I'm a little slutty, but I still want somebody specific to go home to and build my life with.
I am very not monogamy oriented. I'm somewhere on the poly spectrum. I don't know what to define myself as, but I think my first relationship was open-ish. Like, we never talked about it. So open by default, I guess, in a weird way. But then every other relationship has since become more and more open and more poly. Most recently, I had 2 boyfriends for about a year.
I'm pro-monogamy. I feel like I've gone through a lot of transition with this. I've been in non-monogamous relationships, a lot of weird polydynamics-ish when I was in my 20s, but I didn't really know what I was doing then, and so I don't feel like I handled them super well. I feel like I probably would do it differently now. But I just keep finding myself in monogamous relationships, so I think I have to come to a point and accept that I'm probably monogamous. If my partner was okay with it, I would love to do more playing with other people, but I don't feel like that would fly in our relationship dynamic. And so I think I'm good keeping things as they are. I think both choices are great choices, and I think it just depends on what works for you, and I think I'm at a different point now where I feel more okay with monogamy than I ever have.
I would not want to date someone that's exclusively monogamous. It just wouldn't go anywhere. I would be happy to like make them my friend and to talk about our points of view, but I don't feel like it would ever extend beyond that. I'm currently in a polyamorous open relationship. They've been together for 15 years, been married for 10, and we've all been together for 6 years. All of us love each other, all of us share, and we've all been home to see all of our respective parents. It's a wonderful life. We continue to explore and just be open to the experience. I think about monogamy as a bit of a social construct, and I think that works for some people and it doesn't work for other people. And again, there's no judgment either way of what you choose. It's like your choice to have kids, or it's your gender expression. Like, there are certain things that you may feel more compelled to do or inhabit because of the environment that you grew up in. And if that makes you happy, you're not hurting anyone, like, great, go for it. I love that for you. I am obviously polyamorous, and it's something that I'm deeply passionate about. I'm always happy to talk about that relationship and how we came to be and how we make it work. But it makes me so happy to be polyamorous and to be in an open polyamorous relationship. It allows me to have greater fulfillment in my life, and it allows me to bring myself and share my love with more people. One of the things that I found really remarkable when I was in my polyamorous relationship, there's 3 of us, I kind of started dating another guy, and I came to them and I talked to them about it, and I said, hey, I have feelings. I think they're developing into like love in whatever form that is. And one of my partners was like, I understand, like I'm open to exploring this with you. Is there anything that we're not providing that you need to find in that person? Or is there something that person is serving that we could do for you? And it was a really great question, and it taught me so much about like sharing love and escaping that notion that one person can serve all of your needs, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional. I thought about it and I said, what I have with this person is not the same thing that I have with you. You bring a lot of warmth and joy and passion to my life, and they bring it to me in a different way. I think I've explained it before, like person A brings me like reds and oranges, and person B brings me greens and blues, and person C brings me, like purples and yellows. Like, it's just, I feel like the more people you have in your life or you can be open to is the more color and interest and love and happiness. And I'm just gonna keep going, Dave, until you make me stop.
Each relationship is different. I typically am not a monogamous kind of person. I think it's really outdated to relegate yourself to just one person, I don't believe that everyone has like one great love. I think I have a more Woodstock approach to things where I kind of just love the one I'm with, and I think that everyone should be open and allowed to experience that level of freedom with romance and sex. I don't think anyone should box themselves in with their one life here on Earth. I actually haven't been in a relationship really. I've like dated and I've like dabbled, but I just really don't need to be in one. Based on the life that I live and my goals in life, I just don't really want to be in a relationship. I have a lot more fun with casual sex and casual dating. That's more my speed. Maybe I do meet like a soulmate kind of guy and he ends up being someone that I want to be monogamous with. That's a bridge that I can certainly cross when I arrive to it. Hearing that question posed to me now, my gut reaction is to go, no. Don't box me in and chain me up. I want to live my life freely, please. Maybe I'll meet that guy when I'm at a time in my life where I'm ready to kind of like settle down. But right now, I don't see that being a thing.
Emotionally, I cannot handle anything other than monogamy. I don't have any moral objection to it, but I'm pretty attached to whoever I'm in a relationship with, and I would not be able to handle the idea of them being with someone other than myself. But for those who can and who have successful polyamorous relationships, more power to them. I kind of wish I had a little bit more of that mental freedom to at least like be able to experiment and figure out, you know, if there's a situation that would work for me. But realistically, I'm like pretty full on monogamous when I'm in a relationship. That being said, I haven't been in like a steady relationship in like 6 years, so I guess my life is a bunch of one-off monogamous interactions.
What if you found the right partner and she was more interested in an open relationship? You don't think you can do that?
For the right person, I might be willing to try, but having known myself for the last 33 years, it probably wouldn't end up working out. Yeah, I'm just not like super clingy jealous, but like, oh, I wonder what they're doing without me jealous.
I've tried it and it just does not work. I feel that there's too many temptations. Hooking up is fun. And I feel like monogamy, if you're with somebody for a really long time, I almost always hear about it drifting off. And that's happened to me too when I've tried monogamy, is that the sex just sort of doesn't get as exciting as it was the first year in 10 years, you know? So it's like, why try to do something that has failed for so many people? I don't get jealous easily. If my partner wants to go explore things and have fun, then I'm just like, go do your thing and tell me about it later, because it sounds like it's gonna be fun. Maybe I'll join in.
Monogamy sometimes is the best place to start in my relationships, and then if they extend beyond that, that's great. I'm not monogamous right now because I'm not seeing anybody right now. I like the kind of consistency and trust building that often comes with monogamous relationships, and the boundary setting around my own time, because in reality, as much as I think being poly would be amazing, I don't have the time to manage that many different like sexual or romantic connections because my friends are number one right now. So I don't know if monogamy will always be where I land, but right now that's like my primary orientation.
And when you are in a relationship and it is monogamish, how would you define that?
Yeah, monogamish is my dream. It's usually that kissing other people in party settings and on dance floors is 100% okay. And like potential group exploration or exploration with like my partner around would be okay. So not necessarily swinging, but it could eventually lead there. But it's more the ability to kiss strangers, because I love kissing people on the dance floor. Each person that I've been with has defined it differently. Like I learned monogamish without those words. Like for me, my first monogamous relationship that I had when I was living in France was the expectation is that you can make out with anyone when you're drunk. And so it's kind of like evolved from there. Like we, in the ultimate Frisbee community in France, just like all kissed each other all the time. And in my monogamish experiences, it's meant probably no penetrative sex, maybe no oral sex, and mostly just kissing. Because kissing is a great place where I feel super free and like get enough of a touch point with a person where usually then I go, okay, yeah, that was enough.
I love how monogamish means different things for different people.
Totally.
It's a useful term just for that reason.
Yeah. And I think like when I'm using that term in the dating context, it's helpful because it still kind of indicates a general idea of like what type of like primary relationship I'm looking for. I'm not really interested in dating people who are already poly and partnered. Maybe a one-time hookup, but like not as like a long-term thing.
What are your thoughts about monogamy?
Not for me. Not for me. It worked out as long as it worked out. My husband, the guy who's my husband now, was most comfortable being monogamous, and monogamy had not even been a question for me until I met him and started getting serious with him and fell in love with him. And I said, let's try monogamy. Let's try just keeping it between us. And that lasted for 10 years, and it was fine. And then we both just really wanted to have sex with other people. So it worked for a while, but then I kind of returned to form which is I want to be freely sexual with whoever I feel attracted to and do that in an ethical way. I think the right term for us is monogamish. We are a primary relationship, and we are free to have sex with whoever we want in whatever situations we want. We have to communicate respectfully with each other, but aside from that, it's like we're not looking for a third, we're not poly, we love each other, we are family, we plan to die together, but if we want to fuck somebody, we are free to do that. And then we talk about it to each other. Monogamish, I think, is such a good term because it explains so well what so many gay men that I know are living, which is being devoted to one partner so that you're, one partner, just two people, and then they get to play.